So it's kind of just a combination of research, development, how we wanted to go, printing materials, graphic design, artistry, and all that good stuff, illustration. And I'm very fortunate to have had a wonderful team working with me, as well as the drinks. All the art you'll see was mostly done by Matt Andrews, very talented young artist out on the East Coast. DJ Anthony Jensen, who DJs for us on the side, but he also is a very talented graphic designer. And he helped me put this whole thing together. And it went through about 12 versions of tweaks, and I held a lot of proofing. So, as you can imagine, it just takes time. And the one thing we've done last year, we basically printed 2,500 menus, and we ran out just this summer. So, yeah! As they say in the business, we were touching cloth. So we made it last. So we only could get 1,000 printed, and it was like 4 times as expensive to make these. We will hopefully be retailing them to cover our costs at $20. But at the same time, you know that we just have to charge what basically we paid for them. As you can do, like as you can feel, they feel kind of heavy, expensive. But we really wanted to do something special for our cocktail bar as well as Phoenix, because you know there's other amazing bars that get notoriety around the world for the cocktail menu. We wanted to fly the flag for Phoenix. We just don't have to print something simple. We want to put a lot of effort and time. And hopefully that comes through in the drinks as well as the presentation, because what's the point working on a kind of pretty menu if the drinks are crap? So hopefully we got 2 birds with 1 stone. So the whole inspiration really came from childhood memories, childhood books, childhood novels, and a lot of works that are part of public domain. So you'll notice we kind of took these works and kind of put our own twists and influence and inspiration, and we hopefully came up with a really wonderful mural that we did for the front page to get people intrigued, with a lot of fun characters. As we go in, we once again got the cocktail map, so people that want to take their time and go through the menu. We actually have this really neat tool, so you can have something refreshing, to the point, more like a Sazerac style, but then you can play it safe, so more like a classic style cocktail. Then you've got a little bit divergent, so it's a little bit more progressive, and a few more modern techniques. So it's something for everyone. And like, if you don't want, and you just want to order a cocktail, we've kind of been inspired by, like, shall we say, younger novels, and more younger friendly books, and we've got a top 10 list on the very back page, so people can just find something fun and something we sell a lot of. They're all actually in the order of the drinks. The number 1 selling drink is our old fashioned. It goes all the way down to the Solero. So going back to the very front, we start on the front page. We've got Let's Get Cooking. Every drink here is brand new, so we messed around with a lot of fun base spirits. We've got a lot of fun ingredients. We'll be making each of the cocktails a really nice sexy one for you to take a picture of, and then once we went through everything and you want to try one of the new drinks, by all means you can just come up and just ask the bartenders to make it. Mixing under the influence, yeah, just give it to Brad. We'll just give you 2 pieces so you can go sort of sexy one. So mixing under the influence is kind of signature cocktails that we just didn't have the heart to take out of the previous menus. So these are returning, revisiting cocktails that were just too popular to get rid of. And then we actually go into, we sprinkle Easter eggs all throughout the menu. So like you might see some honey, some ginger, a little smoky scotch, a little scotch blend, and you can see Daddy Bear's drinking something. Also in the food, is that? So, following on, we've got a really nice jungle theme. This is our Hall of Fame. So these are like our biggest selling drinks that have just survived the test of time, that people just come from all over and just dig and love. And we kind of showcase them in a full page, 2 pages actually. If you remember last year, it was just like half this size. We went into like, I don't know, HD version of the cocktail menu. So Shot Clock, returning favourites, just a Brian Cinnamon whiskey. We take real cinnamon sticks, cloves, spice. We use Four Roses whiskey, some really fun stuff. Big Rock, the shots off, all this classic kind of liqueur in the world. Honey, cloves, spice, really delicious stuff. Friends with benefits are a selection of drinks from around the world. New additions come from Ben Reed, international Playboy bartender. He did actually have a company called Pit. This was back in the day. This was back in like early 2000s, before bartending was cool again. Mama Cora from our friends at Kaluka Lane, who are won numerous Tales Awards, a high volume cocktail bar in London. Fabulous place. The Mama Cora actually uses purple corn as the base, and we make a great syrup using fresh pineapple, cloves, and allspice. Mix that with a little pisco, and then some lime juice, shake it up, some pomegranate molasses. Delicious drink. And then one of my favorites, Declan from the Savoy Hotel, very kindly gave us the recipe of this Roaring 50. And we've got a little Chinar, a little Reposado tequila, and house-made grenadine, all balanced with Torino vermouth, which is just stirred, served up in a flute with a real whimsical garnish, really tasty stuff. Real nice sipper, lower alcohol as well. Market price returns with our non-alcoholic cocktails. We wanted to do something fun. So this is part of Happy Hour, where people can come in, they can order a classic cocktail like a mojito, a margarita, or a Collins, and then spruce it up with any flavor that they wish, and it's on Happy Hour prices. So cheap and cheerful. And then the non-alcoholic cocktail. So we've actually got a really beautiful addition with the Miss Nightingale, which actually uses hibiscus juice, sage, and a little bit of lime and house-made cinnamon grapefruit syrup, and then we carbonate it. So some really nice options for the people being responsible enough for driving around town. Martini and his Bastards. We've still got the classic ones that we like, but then we've got a few of the other ones that are saved up. We've got our classic martinis, but then we've got other ones that are, shall we say, served in a up cocktail glass coupe, and that's from the Bastards. And Retro Drink is back again. We've changed out a few of the business class editions, but these are ones like sidecars, mint juleps, old fashions, real fun stuff. Fabulous Flying Negronis. We really got inspiration from a tiny little coffee shop called Bar Termini in London, Soho. Tony down there actually sous vide always Negronis. He was actually, have you ever heard of like a barrel-aged cocktail? Well, this guy kind of invented the process. He got bored of it, and then he started doing other things. So he's really pushing the envelope in a lot of, it's been taught, fantastic cocktails. And he does these infused Negronis, which artificially ages through sous vide. But we've taken jasmine, we've taken rose, we've taken Earl Grey and chamomile, sorry, push you to sleep. And we put these in one of my favourite cocktails, the Negroni. And Christina was there when I actually made probably her first Negroni over at the Montecito many years ago. But it's just a drink that's stuck with me. It's as good as the test of time. It's classic, it's not ever going anywhere. And we've put these in like full-size cocktails that you can enjoy and just sip and save. Luminous Libations. We've actually changed out one of these. We got rid of the Strawberry Avenue. We've got the Just Right, inspired by Goldilocks and the Three Bears. A little bit of Lillet vermouth, served with a wonderful gold rim. It's a really picturesque kind of cocktail, and it's just very nice, light, and effervescent. Very tasty stuff. And then Lit and Drink punches back with our signature Rat Cup, with a minimum of 4 people. Great drink in the Jefferson Milk Punch. Quite a time-consuming cocktail to make, but it's just smooth, silky, and delicious, and we change it seasonally. So even though the menu only changes once a year, we've got great drink selections that actually do kind of go through and rotate throughout the course. Spirits and pints stuff, going into our full inventory of spirits. I will say we are going to be working on like a reserve list, so stuff like Pappy and other items that are much more limited. We'll actually have a binder that we'll actually come out with so people can see our full range of spirits as opposed to our house favorites. And then we've got a little story here, once upon a time, of the things that we do differently. So enough of me yapping. Let's try some drinks, right? So we've got a little setup. Bob's going to make some food. He's going to talk about the food. We've got a little setup in the back if you want some better lighting.